Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Occupational Health and Safety Program Information Session. We're glad to have you here today. We're going to get started in just a second here, but throughout the duration of the presentation, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop those in the chat or go ahead and drop those in the questions and answer box. We will be taking time at the end of the presentation to answer any questions that you have. So if you don't want to forget them, go ahead and leave them in there and we will get to them at the end of today's presentation. So my name is Allison Morris. I am the program manager for our Occupational Health and Safety program, as well as our Workplace Health and Safety Manager certificate. Kathy, our enrollment coach, is also on the call today. She'll be helping with the presentation and the Q&A at the end of our webinar. Today, in addition to getting information about our program, you'll be hearing from one of our instructors, Jerry. He is the instructor for our emergency preparation and management course that we offer, and that is a course that's on our certificate program. He'll chat a little bit about his course and he'll give us some information about the emergency management field and how it is today. So on today's webinar, we will have a brief introduction to UCDavis Continuing and Professional Education, also referred to as CPE, and we're going to learn a little bit about our mission and history. We'll go over some of the specifics of our Occupational Health and Safety program and our Workplace Health and Safety Manager certificate for those that are interested. We'll review our instructor spotlight, and then at the end of the presentation, we'll go ahead and go through our Q&A.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Kathy and I'm the enrollment coach for Occupational Health and Safety. For those of you who are new to UCDavis Division of Continuing and Professional Education, I wanted to share with you our mission. So we believe that professional education plays a vital role in building our economy, improving our community, and enriching the lives of the students we serve. So we are passionate about sharing the resources, expertise, and knowledge of UCDavis with working professionals and other adult learners around the world. And we are committed to providing adult learners with access to the right education in the right format at the right time throughout their careers and lives. So we have been providing quality continuing education programs for more than 60 years with more than 62,000 annual enrollments. So we serve students locally and nationwide with enrollments from all 50 states and over 100 countries.
Through UCDavis CPE, we offer courses both in person and online in subjects like business, occupational health and safety, land use and environmental planning, human services, winemaking, and more. We offer one-off courses as well as certificate programs that are tailored specifically for adult learners. And we also offer customized trainings for organizations.
Yeah, so whether you have taken a course with us before or not, we are glad to have you with us today. And we hope that information we'll provide is valuable to you. Before you get signed up,
yes.
there are, yeah.
And we would like to launch a quick poll before we start. Have you ever taken a class with UCDavis Continuing and Professional Education before, or are you a first-time student with us? Yeah, it does look like we have a lot of first-time students on the call today, and just a couple who have taken classes with us. So we hope that today's session will be able to answer all your questions, and you'll be able to determine if this is going to be a good fit for you.
Yes, so before you get signed up, there are options for education loans and training funds. So our student services office is able to answer your questions should you be looking into one of those options. You can reach out to them through their general email. And also you can see on the screen, I will drop in the chat later on, where you can call them directly at the number you can see from the screen, 530-757-8777. So there's also a page on our website for financing your education that can provide more details as well.
And we do offer discounts for our courses, and you can learn more about the specific discounts that we offer on our website, but I'll go ahead and highlight a few of them for you now. Members of the Cal Alumni Aggie Association can enjoy $50 off of our courses. And this is a reciprocal benefit that extends to all members of any UC alumni associations. Our professional partners receive a 10% discount, and my personal favorite, groups of 3 or more enrolling at the same time on the same credit card also receive 10% off their enrollment. So if there's a class that could not only benefit you, but some of your other colleagues as well, we do recommend signing up together just so you guys can save that 10% on each of your enrollments.
And as a special thank you for attending today's session, you will receive a follow-up email with a coupon good for $100 off for your first course.
Now, before we get into the specific details of our occupational health and safety program, we're going to open up another quick poll. So tell us a little bit about why you're here today, and why you're interested in our program. Do you already work in the health and safety field and you're looking to advance your career? Are you just beginning your career in safety and health, and are looking to learn more? Or are you thinking about changing careers and are looking for a little bit of education to figure out if that's the right choice for you? It's great to see so many students here today that are looking to grow in their current positions. We also have some students who are just starting out or who are thinking about changing their careers. One of the great things about our program is that our instructors have designed the courses in a way that they can meet students where they are. They can explain their materials in both an introductory and high-level way, depending on where the classroom discussions lead, which really makes each offering of a course a unique experience based off of who's in your class. So I would like to start off by discussing what you can do with an occupational and environmental health and safety education for those of you that may not know. This type of education provides students with a strong scientific background in things like hazard identification of chemical and physical agents, toxicity assessments like dose response, exposure assessments, risk characterization and mitigation, and communication. And these are concepts that are multidisciplinary and can be applied in both a workplace, a community, or in consumer settings as well. Many of the courses that we offer do count towards REHS certification hours, and they are certifiable units through the Board of Certified Safety Professionals. So for more information on specific courses and their credits, please reach out to me via email after the session, or you can check out our website for further information. On the course description page, it should state whether or not a course offers continuing ed credits or REHS credits as well. Our occupational health and safety program, which we also refer to as our OHS program, covers a variety of courses and subjects. In addition to courses that run on our Workplace Health and Safety Manager certificate, we also have hazardous materials management courses like our 8-hour HAZWOPER refresher and our 24-hour HAZWOPER training courses. These courses do meet the requirements established by OSHA for training under the hazardous waste operations and emergency response standards, as well as the equivalent California standards. Most information about that can be found in the course descriptions on our website for those that are interested. Our instructors for all of our courses, on the certificate or not, are real-life practitioners who are either currently working in the field or who worked in the health and safety field for the duration of their careers. And as practitioners, they know firsthand what it is like to work in the environmental health and safety field, and they ensure that they cover their courses in a way that is practical and applicable to any student working through our program.
Yeah, so the Workplace Health and Safety Manager certificate is a fully accredited program with academic units. So there are 3-year and a 5-year path. So depending on what works for your needs, by the end of the program, students will have completed 9 courses. All 9 courses are required in order to complete the certificate. So the cost for the certificate is about 5,990, and you pay per course, meaning you pay as you go. It is not a one-time lump sum payment, and our certificate as of this summer will be moving back completely in person. Certificate courses generally ranges from 2 to 4 days in person and are held at our One Capital Mall location here in Sacramento. So here is a list of the 9 required courses for our certificate program. If you are interested in pursuing the certificate, it does not matter what course you start with. You can simply begin with a course that interests you or fits best into your schedule. So the courses can be taken in any order. I do want to clarify, anyone can take any of our courses. You do not need to be enrolled in the certificate program in order to take one of the courses offered on the certificate. If there is an individual course you would like to take, please feel free to.
So as Kathy mentioned, you can complete the certificate in 5 years, or you can follow our certificate accelerated path, which can be completed in under 3 years. When you do this, you'll be able to receive your final course up to $675 off, and we'll also waive your $125 certificate application fee. So the accelerated path is a great way to save yourself both some time and money. The 3-year path option is only available to new students. So if you have taken more than one of the courses towards our certificate program, you will be required to cover the full cost of the program and pay for the registration fee in order to receive your certificate at the end. In order to complete the 3-year path, though, you will need to declare your intent by filling out a form prior to your first course end date. If you would like a copy of this form, you can reach out to me via email and I can share one with you. And it is simply a letter of intent. It is not binding, but that way we'll be able to guarantee that you'll get the discounts at the end of the course. And even though you have 2 to 3 years to complete on the accelerated certificate path, we do have many students that complete it in under 24 months or even under a year. It just depends on how much time you have to come in person and take the classes and with what frequency. So while all of the courses on our Workplace Health and Safety Manager certificate are being offered only in person at this time, we do have a new course running in March that is going to be available online for students who are looking for an online education. This course is called Strengthening Safety Culture Through Communication, and it has been developed by our wonderful instructor, Rosie, who is the Partner and Agency Community Engagement Program Manager for the Sacramento County Food Bank and Family Services. By the end of Rosie's course, attendees will possess the knowledge and the tools that they need to create a safer work environment for themselves, their colleagues, and their organization. So this class is perfect for any student working in safety or a leadership role who is looking to create a strong safety culture and a healthy workplace environment for their whole team. Now moving on to our instructor spotlight, today we'll be hearing from Jerry Kalivas, who is an instructor on our Workplace Health and Safety Manager certificate. He teaches emergency preparation and management, which is set to run next April 19th and 20th in person. Let's take a brief pause to hear Jerry talk a little bit about emergency management in California and his upcoming.
The one thing that's unique still about California is that so much of what happens as far as the response efforts and the recovery efforts happens at the local level. And so there's this group of people out there in cities and counties that are really driving what's going on. The state and the federal government support these efforts, but a lot of money is down at the local level. And now there's been a lot of interaction with a lot of businesses and a lot of groups that normally weren't players before. Obviously, the utilities have become very important, and they're a big player in California. They have a seat at the State Operations Center. That's one thing. And then business, just big businesses in general, they have representatives looking at, warehouse distribution, food, other kinds of goods and services that are needed. So I think that's kind of what's unique about California is everybody's involved, whether it's private sector or public sector, and at all levels in the public sector, local, state, and federal. We're going to hit how you and your family can be prepared, how your organization can be prepared, and then we really talk about emergency management. And I do talk a little bit about kind of like the history of emergency management. How do we get to where we're at today, and what were some of the milestones? And then a little bit about the terminology. Sometimes people get a little caught up in terminology. They, especially, scientists, floodplain managers, meteorologists, earthquake seismologists like to use a lot of jargon, and hopefully I help break down some of that. And really the biggest part of it is how do we all work together to bring this chaos that's happening in the middle of a disaster? How do we work together to figure out how to make order out of this chaos? So, how do you actually work together within your organization? And then how does your organization interact with the first responders, with emergency managers, with people coming in to help with the supplies and logistics that you need? So they were just graduated from UCDavis, wanting to take a look at what I might like emergency management. And so we've had people like that taking the class. And then a lot of people that, health and safety people, whether they've got a certificate or don't have a certificate, they get plugged into that emergency management role in their organization, or they can. And for them to get know what it's about, understand where the resources are, where they can get their resources. I think I've seen a lot of people taking the class just so they understand the resources that are available to them. So again, anybody I think can benefit from the class. Just the personal preparedness part is certainly worth it, I think, for people and businesses.
Well, great. That was Jerry, our instructor for our emergency management and preparation course. He was here about a month ago. He comes down from Oregon to teach the class, and we're very glad to have him as an instructor in our program. So now we want to go ahead and open up the floor to any questions that you have. I'm going to be able to answer questions along with Kathy, and you can begin going and dropping those questions in the Q&A box or in the chat box, and we'll sort of go through them as they come in. So for someone just starting to research the field of safety, is this certificate alone able to open doors to employment, or what additional education is usually needed? Thank you so much for your question, Angelica. This certificate is a great thing for people to get at the beginning of their careers. We do cover a lot of different safety topics, from incident investigation to emergency preparation and management, to fire life and safety awareness. So you really do get to cover a lot of topics that are going to be applicable to any safety job. A lot of the students who have taken our program before, we have a student who just completed the certificate last month, and completing the certificate was able to lead her to a promotion in her position. For other things that you might need in a career in health and safety, there are certain certifications that you can get that can lead you to different desired positions. So I would say it definitely depends on what sort of role you're looking for. And if you'd like to discuss this further, I'd be happy to set up a meeting with you, or you can send me an email, let me know. what your particular interests are, and we can chat through to see if this is going to be a good program to get you where you want to go, or if there are other options that might be a better fit for you. So who qualifies as a professional partner for the 10% discount? Kelly, we have a short list of professional partners. If you want to send me an email, I'll be dropping my email in the chat box at the end of the presentation, and I can go ahead and forward you that list of professional partners over so you can see if that applies to you. Melissa, are the classes online or in person? All of our certificate courses are currently being offered in person. They range from about 2 to 4 days, and they are located at our One Capitol Mall location in Sacramento. All of our certificate courses are offered twice a year, so you do have multiple opportunities per year to take it, and over the 3 to 5 years, you would have to complete the certificate multiple opportunities as well. We do offer some of our other courses, like our Strengthening Safety Culture Through Communication course online, but all of those certificate courses and any of our hazmat related courses are going to be offered in person. And that is mainly due to the fact that we have a lot of hands-on activities, and doing the courses online just doesn't offer the same value add to students. So that's why we decided to go back fully in person. So our program is now only available in person, not at the campus in Davis, but at our One Capitol Mall location in Sacramento. If you're familiar with Sacramento, our offices are right in Old Sacramento next to the Tower Bridge, the big yellow bridge. Hi, Kelly, you just completed the 40-hour HAZWOPER class. Can this be substituted for the UCDavis HAZWOPER for the certificate? So our HAZWOPER classes are not part of our certificate program. They are completely separate classes, so it wouldn't be substituted. The 9 classes on our certificate program, we went over them earlier in the presentation, but you can view them on our website, and I'd be happy to send you more information about the specific classes on the certificate as well. Emily, when you say full day, is it an evenings only or full day? So our classes are running from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So that would be, for example, Wednesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. We generally, our classes do run Wednesday, Thursday. Our 3-day class runs Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and our 4-day class usually runs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's going to be more of a midweek class. So please feel free to keep dropping any questions that you might have in the chat box. We are also going to be leaving our contact information, so you can email us after the presentation, or you can set up meetings with us via Calendly. We can talk one-on-one. We really like to make sure that students, that this program is a good fit for students before they join, because it is a large commitment. It's 9 classes. It can take 3 to 5 years to complete. So we do want to make sure that this is going to be the right certificate to get you where you want to go. So if you do have any more questions that you would like to ask more specific to you, and you'd like to discuss them in detail, please feel free to reach out to us. We're able to meet Monday through Friday, weekdays. Angelica's asking, is the certificate recognized in other states? Yes, the certificate is recognized in other states, but on the certificate is a little bit more catered to Cal OSHA, like California specific laws and regulations. So we do have that lens that we apply to the classes, just because the majority of our students are from California, as it is an in-person class and people are traveling to take the class in person. How will I know if my career change fits into the program? So Jeffrey, I would say that the best way to figure out if this is going to be a good program for your career change would be to contact either myself or Kathy directly, so we can talk you through the specific, what's covered specifically in the courses, what types of students have taken and benefited from the courses in the past. And that way we can sort of figure out if this is going to be the right program for what you're needing at this time. Emily's asking, do companies recruit from your graduates? Is there any direction for finding health and safety positions after the certificate is completed? Emily, I Kind of, yes. So a lot of employers who have sent quite a few of their students through our certificate program do send us job listings, position listings. We also have old certificate program completers who send us when they have a position listing at their job. We have a sort of like Facebook page group where current certificate students and students who have completed the certificate program go on there, and they do post when they have certain job listings and things available like that. So this program, since it is in person, it's a great way to network with the other students and find positions that way. So I would say, yeah, it is a good networking opportunity. If you do get really involved, join the Facebook group, stay on our emails, and make sure to talk to other students in the classes, because they can be, great opportunities at their current rules as well. Just going to give it a little bit longer. If there's any more questions that are coming to mind, please feel free to drop those in the chat box. Yeah, and if you have any specific questions about classes, how they're graded, all of our classes are academic, so there's either a final exam or sort of like an activity at the end, so that we can ensure that you guys are absorbing all the material in the classes. Is this OHS applied to any educational campuses? So Jeffrey, if I understand your question, our classes do offer academic units, so they can be used for other higher education degrees. If you want to take our class and apply it to like a bachelor's or a master's at a different university, it can be done that way, but it's completely up to whatever university and whatever program's discretion if they choose to accept our units. Usually they do it based off of how much similarity there is between the class that you want to apply the units to and the class that you took with us. And if there's enough overlap, they should accept those academic units towards some other degree. Okay, well, if there's no other questions at this time, I guess we'll go ahead and move forward. Again, please feel free to reach out to myself or Kathy after the presentation, and we'd be happy to chat with you in more detail. So we're just going to run one more quick poll before we close out today. And we're just interested in hearing, what is your next step? Are you ready to start? Would you like us to reach out to you to give you the starting points? Do you have some more questions? Should we reach out to you to discuss those and figure out if this is going to be the best fit? Do you just want to take some time to think? We'll be able to go ahead and send you that coupon code. And then if you guys have any further questions after you've had some time to think about the program, you can always feel free to reach out to us as well. Oh, it looks like we have a few students that are ready to begin the program. That's very exciting. Kathy and I will be sure to reach out to you guys after the presentation. And we do have some students who have some lingering questions, so we'll be able to reach out to you guys and hopefully get those questions answered, maybe set up a quick call so we can figure out if this is going to be the right fit for you. So we are going to drop all the links that we have mentioned throughout the presentation in the chat. Please feel free to contact us with any additional questions about the program or our certificate. We're always happy any chance that we get to chat with students. And you may have noticed I also went ahead and I am going to, Kathy, could you drop the links in the chat? We're going to drop the link to our Occupational Health and Safety Facebook page as well. So if you are on Facebook, please head over there and give us a like or follow. We're always updating the page with interesting news articles that are related to the health and safety field and posting about upcoming courses. So it's just a great way to stay informed. If you do If you do join our certificate program, please remember to ask about our members group page so you can see those job postings as well. And if email is not the best way for you to communicate, you can always reach out to us through Calendly. This is Kathy's Calendly. If you'd like mine, you can email me directly. My email address is allmorris@ucdavis.edu. And thank you so much for coming today. Please remember to look in your emails tomorrow for the coupon code so you can get $100 off your first UCDavis CPE course. And hope to see you in one of our courses soon.